Hello dear students, welcome to our class again. So in this lecture, I'll focus on the second part of decision making statements. In previous session, we worked on if else statement or if then else or else if statements and nested if then else statement. Now here in this session, we will go on the next examples of decision making statement, that is case statement. The first one is the case statement. What is case statement? A case statement is similar to if then else if. Means when you have more than two conditions, then you will use more than two conditions or more than two cases, then we use if then else if statement. So it is similar to if then else if statement that selects one alternative based on the condition from the available options. So case statement uses selectors rather than a boolean expression. Here we use selectors to choose the sequence. So what will be the flow of our program? That depends on that. We will choose the sequence from the selectors to define the flow. The value of the expression in the case statement will be treated as a selector. So the expression could be of any type. It can be arithmetic or it can be variable. So depending on these expressions, our flow will transfer. Each alternative is assigned with a certain predefined value. Means selector, that means selectors, they have predefined values, and the alternative with some selector value that matches the condition expression value will get executed. So unlike if then else if statement, the case statement can also be used in SQL statements, because in SQL statements we don't use if then else if statement, but we can use this case statement in that. So else block in case statement holds the sequence that needs to be executed when none of the alternative got selected. So here is the syntax which tells you about all these things. That in that syntax we use case. Case can be case is the identifier here, then the expression, whichever expression you will give here, depending on these expression you will give the value here, and when this value is true, then this action block will be run. When this value is true, then this action block will run, and when this value is true, then this action block is run. And if any of these values is not true, then an else block will or the default block will run, and then you have to do the end of the case. So now we will go on live Oracle prompt to run our case statement. So here we have an example of case statement. So I'll just run this again. Wait, yeah, yes. What I did in this, we have two numbers A and B, and we want to perform some actions on on these two numbers. I have taken here by default, and I have just entered multiply. You can enter here whichever operation you want to perform. So operation is of varchar type and its length is of 20, means the name of that expression. Here we have given operation multiply. Then begin, the code will start. In starting point I have just given this program started that statement, and then our case will start. In the case statement I have given operation as an expression. This operation will work as expression. Then when block, and then the expression, then the expression. These are these variables. You can name any number of variables you want to, and if we are giving here total 4 variables, so you can give more than 4, or you can give any numbers. When add, then what you have to perform when add will call, then we want to add two numbers. So I said A plus B. Concatenation is used to concatenate this string with this. That means we have to just write this statement, or our compiler will just write this statement and concatenate the answer of A plus B with this statement. So when subtract will perform the expression, then it will subtract A minus B, and then multiply, then division. So what I have given here, multiply as my by default operation. So and if suppose I haven't given any operation from all these, I have given here something else, then in that else case, that this option will run no operation action defined invalid option or operation. So end case, and after all the execution of this case block, then this will execute program completed and end. I have already run this command or this block. What is the answer? I said here multiply. So multiplication of numbers is 275 and program is completed. Let me change it to not multiply. Yes, we can do this also. I said mult, and mult is none of my expression. So when I run it with this, see, I run program run, but what is this? It is saying no operation action defined invalid operation, because this option is my else case. I have entered MULT, and that is none of my expression, or that is not equal to any of my expression. So the else case will be run in this case. So in this, by using these case statement, you can give any number of cases you want to give, and you can run a particular case whichever you want to. So next is search case statement. In search case statement, it is similar to the case statement, but rather than assigning the or using the selectors or the expressions to or we can say values, selector values to select the alternative, search cases will directly have the expression defined in one clause. So what is difference between case and search case? In case we have given here, see, in case we have given here expression and then values related to that expression. But here what we have done, we have just started the case, but that expression is not present here. We assign when statement and then give the first expression and then the action block, then second, then third, and then the else block. So this is the major difference between search case and the case only case statement. In case statement, only case statement, we have given expression with the case, but in search case we have not given any expression with the case. That expression is in the when statement. So now we again go to the live prompt to run the cases. We'll go back to our previous, yes, this is our program. We'll run this program. Yeah, what we have a number, we assign the value to it 55, then we have B number, I assign value 5 to it, then our operation varchar 20 divide, we want to divide, I have given the arithmetic operation divide to this block, then begin DBMS, then program started, then case. Here with the case I haven't given any expression, but what I have done, when, then the name of the operation I define here, add, and what then if add is called, then DBMS addition of the numbers A plus B, and when subtraction will be called, then it will subtract. When multiply, it will multiply and then divide. And if in the else case, if none of these are called, then what will happen? Then this operation will run, or this block will run, else block, and then end of case statement. Then I have given a statement, program completed, and end. What we will do, we will now execute this program or run this program. See what it said, statement process, program started, first line, program started, then division of numbers are, we can see here this, division of numbers are 11, program completed. So this is the result of my program. You can also change this if you want to. I said it as E. I remove E from here, and what it will do, I will run this program again. Now if I run this program, what it say, no operation action defined invalid operation, because the spelling of divide is DI, what is used in our program is DIVIDE, but here I have used DIVID. So identify naming is not matched, so that's why it's run the block else block. So these were the two examples of case statement and search case statement. Using these you can perform cases or you can create cases, and then you can perform your blocks according to according to that situation. So if you have multiple condition and related to that multiple condition you have some multiple blocks, or you have some multiple statements you want to execute related to each that case, then you can use this case and such case statement. So thank you so much for listening this lecture. Thank you again.